Today I have a 2024 Canyon in Colorado. Now this is an AT4 and this is a Z71. Now I know that these trucks don't technically compete, but price-wise and feature-wise they do. I borrowed these trucks from Jerry Seiner. This is Chevrolet here in Salt Lake City, and this is the Jerry Seiner Buick GMC store in South Jordan, Utah. Both of these trucks are available for sale. Be sure to reach out to Frank at the GMC store or Keith at the Chevrolet store. Let's get started. Now this is the window sticker for the Colorado. Be sure to pause it for the standard equipment. Base price for this truck is going to be $40,200, and this one has a ton of options. So Z71 is $1625. Here's everything that's going to come there: sunroof, technology package, few things. So it has the 360 camera, so that stuff is optional too, but a lot of features were added. Total price is $49,750. Now, believe it or not, the AT4 is actually cheaper. Now, the base price isn't cheaper. Again, be sure to pause it for some of the standard equipment here. But $43,000 base price. It does come standard with the power seat and a few of the things that the Z71 had too. But not a lot of options, but it has a tech package, so it gives it the surround vision, which is an option, and trailering, paint, tires were upgraded too, and then it has a safety plus package, which gives a lot of nice features. But total price is $47,795. So yes, the Z71 is more money compared to the AT4. Now, if you would like for me to do a video comparing the AT4 with the Trail Boss and the Z71 with the Denali, be sure to subscribe to your channel. I will try to find those matchups in the future. But let's go ahead and start off with the front ends. Now, the reason why I think these trucks are better compared is simply because of the front headlight and the options you can get. Now, on this GMC, you guys can see you have full LED headlights, projector style, accent lights, fog lights, and you do have this aggressive styling. Now, one thing that's pretty cool about the GMC is even if you get an elevation, you still get the same design. So you get that wide body design, you get the more aggressive front bumper. This one does have the red recovery hooks. You have a gray trim piece down below, and I like the overall styling on the grille, and then everything just kind of flows together, especially with the hood. And both trucks do have different hoods, except for, you guys can see this one's more cleaned up here. You guys can see how it kind of bowls in there. It does the same thing on the Chevy, but Chevy just has a different overall design. It's a little bit more aggressive, and the Chevy does have full LED headlights, high and low beam, and fog lights. However, they're using incandescent turn signals compared to the LED ones on the GMC. You still have red recovery hooks down below. They have like a little bit darker gray trim piece there, and the grille is a little bit more dressed down, even for a higher trim level. You can see some of the badging there. Forward-facing camera on both trucks. But I think that when you put it all together, it depends on what you're looking for. I think they both look aggressive. I think I like the GMC just a little bit more, but I think the Chevy has a little bit more of that aggressive styling that most people would want. Now, I'm not sure if you guys can tell by the mirrors, but the GMC does sit slightly higher than the Chevy. You can definitely tell on the front end how much higher it sits. Now let's talk about wheels and tires. On the GMC Canyon, you do have a Goodyear Wrangler Territory MT tire. These are the LT 275/65/18 size. On the Chevy, you guys saw on the window sticker, had an optional 20-inch wheel. You can get 18s with this truck, a little bit more aggressive tire if you like. Bridgestone Dueler is what this wheel is wrapped in, and here's the tire size. It's going to be a 255/55/20. This truck does have the fender flares too, you guys can see, and it just kind of cuts off right here. And on the GMC, you guys see you have this extra clearance here for your tire if you are going off-road. The fender flares has a light right here. Some of your badging on the side, AT4 down below. They put the Colorado up top here. Mirrors gonna be pretty much the exact same. You have this painted trim piece on the top, which breaks up this plastic. I like that. Smart key system for both trucks. And that's pretty much it. You guys saw the fixed running boards on the Chevy. And then out back, 21-gallon fuel tank on both trucks. Let's look at the tail lights. Both trucks do have LED lighting inside, but they do have incandescent bulbs for your brake lights and reverse lights on both sides. And they both have the steps on the side of the bed. Now really quickly, let's go up front for a second. I want to say something really quick I forgot to mention. Neither truck has parking sensors up front. They do, however, have it on the rear. They both have the Class 4 receiving hitch. I do like that they give you these steps though, seriously. These are really nice to have. Painted bumpers on both sides, out back. You're gonna have a backup camera. You have a 4 and 7 pin for your trailer. Now, assisted tailgate. And you guys can see this truck does have that storage here. Hopefully you can see that. And it is waterproof too. No spray in bed liner. It's rare that you see that. These trucks have that. But you have the tie downs, 400 watts of power in the bed, sliding rear glass. On the Chevy, I like the overall design. And when you drop the tailgate, you're gonna have an assisted tailgate. You're gonna have that same storage as you just saw. This one does have the spray in bed liner and 400 watts of power. Let's go ahead and pop the hoods. Now, it doesn't matter if you're looking at the Z71 from Chevy or the AT4 from GMC, they both come standard with the TurboMax engine. This engine has a 2.7 liter displacement, 4-cylinder turbocharged, good for 310 horsepower, 430 pound-feet of torque. They both have 8-speed transmissions and 342 rear ends. They're pretty overbuilt for 4 cylinders, and they use the exact same engine and they have tons. So they pretty much are capable of towing over 8,000 pounds in those trucks and around 6,000–7,000 pounds in these trucks. As far as the interior goes, here's the GMC. They give you this leather wrap here. You got this caramel stitching and it's pretty much on the side. All this is soft touch stitched. Really nice design on the side. Now all this is hard plastic up here. Power windows, power door locks, power mirrors. All this down below is going to be hard plastic. Power seat. It's going to be a 10-way. And this has a mixture of like a leather vinyl and cloth material in the center. And they did a great job with how they set this up. You have that AT4 badge right there. Tilt telescoping steering wheel. This one was equipped with a trailer brake. And let's go ahead and check out the Chevy. Chevy has a pretty similar setup, just different colors. But this is all gonna be like a soft touch here. It's not stitched as nice, but it does have that more sportier look. You have red stitching, and you have like a black trim with the silver here. Really nice, but same story. All this is gonna be pretty much hard plastic. Power windows, door locks, mirrors. This one also has a 10-way driver's seat. Trailer brake is an option on both trucks, but even the dash here, I like what they've done with everything here, but the seats are pretty much the same. You have this vinyl material and you have cloth here. You can get full leather seats on this truck, so just keep that in mind. Tilt steering wheel. Let's go ahead and go back over to the GMC. So you guys can pretty much tell the air vents are totally different. Now when you step inside either truck, they're gonna both have push button start, and they also have these large screens. This is 11-inch, 11.3-inch screen, and they're pretty much fully customizable. As I said, they're exactly the same. Neither truck has heads-up display, and this one has dual climate control, heated seats. Pretty much this truck has a locker out back too, and it's gonna be automatic. Electronic parking brake right here. Let's go ahead and check out the Chevy. Pretty much the exact same setup. This one does have the Bose sound system, and as I said, no heads-up display. Dashes are gonna be the exact same, but I do like the overall design for the Chevy. Heated seats, dual climate control, same USBs. You have that automatic locker on this truck as well. I do like the red stitching better than the caramel color too, if I'm being honest. And both trucks feel the exact same. This one does have the sunroof. So as I said, these trucks are pretty much the same. The only major difference, and you can get this from the factory on the Z71, is this truck doesn't have a lift. I would say that's the biggest factor here. But if I were to put this up against a Trail Boss, it would be really hard to justify the cost, because that truck costs about the same as that AT4. I would almost say a Trail Boss would be better suited against an Elevation GMC Canyon. But let's go ahead and check out the rear, and then that will pretty much wrap up this video. Now, as far as the rear goes, they don't give you the soft touch here and the nice trim pieces in the rear. A little bit of storage below, but most of this is for your jack and your tools. You have air vents, USBs, a little bit of cup holders, and you have a 120 volt power plug down below. The seating materials are nice back here. They don't skimp out there. You can drop the headrest on both trucks. Let's go ahead and check out the AT4. For the GMC, they do give you a nicer door card on the second row, but they still skimp out a little bit right here. But overall, still a nice design. And as I said, you're gonna have the exact same features. You have the USBs, power plug down below, and that same storage below the seat. And that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and check out the payload for the GMC, and I'll show you guys for the Colorado. Now, here are the numbers on the door. These should stay the same for both, but I'll show it to you on the Chevy too. So gross axle ratings front and rear, and then the gross fuel economy rating is gonna be 6,250 pounds, 18 by 8.5 wheels, and then here is your payload, 1,515 pounds. These numbers don't change. You have 20 by 9-inch wheels, however, but right here, you guys can see 1,389 pounds of payload. So obviously this truck has running boards, spray and bed liner, sunroof, has a lot more features, has larger wheels. That's going to affect your payload, and that's why the GMC has more. But if you were to add 20s, sunroof, spray and bed liner, running boards, it'll probably be the exact same, or probably a little bit less on the GMC. But I hope you guys like the video. They do have a Trail Boss here. I may try to go grab it and do a quick comparison, but as I said, guys, it's really hard to justify the Trail Boss, and you guys will see that if I do the video sooner than later, because I think the Z71, the only thing that's missing is the lift. And if you were to take off some of the features that this truck has, it probably would put it right next to this GMC in pricing. So I hope you guys liked the video. Again, thank you guys for watching it. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you are in the market, be sure to reach out to Jerry Seiner if you would like to purchase a truck. Really good inventory. They have a ton of trucks now, and as you guys would expect, everyone's discounting. And they're one of the few dealers in the past that were not selling over MSRP. See you guys soon.